All right, guys, my name is Will Be the Herbalist, and I have another video in reference to telling you how to kill herpes virus in a month span naturally. Yes, folks, you could kill the herpes virus naturally in your system. Of course, the doctors and everybody's not letting you know this type of stuff, but our body could kill majority of diseases. You just have to do the right thing. And basically, right now, today, I am going to show you how to kill herpes virus in a month span naturally. First, I am going to make this fast and to the point. How to kill this herpes virus parasite out of your system. Herpes virus, let me explain to you what the herpes virus is and what it does. The herpes virus penetrates the nervous cells, hiding in the cell walls behind the heavy metals. So when your immune system is weak or compromised, it comes out of hiding, penetrating your skin organ as a nasty looking lesion, as you know. Now you have two type of herpes. You have oral herpes, which is HSV simplex 1, you know what the doctors say. Herpes that lives in the nervous cells of the jaw. And I will explain to you a little bit later, or I can explain to you now in reference to that in your jaw is in your jawline. So you could get like oregano oil every night before you go to bed and rub that oregano oil up and down your jawline. That oregano oil is a super antiviral, and it really goes heads up with herpes. So you could rub that every night before you go to sleep. Rub that on your jawlines if you have oral herpes, which is HSV simplex 1. And it lives in those nerve cells in that jaw. Now, if you have genital herpes, which is it's in your nerve cells in the spine, you could also use oregano oil, oregano essential oil, preferably like Mediterranean, and rub that on your spine towards your rectum, going up from your rectum, going up your back. You could rub that every night on your spine, and it'll get in there and start penetrating that, that herpes virus parasite, because I call them both as a parasite and a virus, if you ask me. And that's basically what it is, and that's how you could, help alleviate it during this month span that I'm telling you that you could get rid of the herpes virus. Now, I'm basically going to give you a specific smoothie or juice and a diet to follow along with some herbal supplements to take to get this herpes virus parasite out of your system, or to the point of having no more outbreaks within a month if you're diligent to the diet and taking the supplements. That's the only way it's going to work. All right, let's get it started. Now, first off, I would like to set it off with the foods that contain majority arginine amino acid. We need to stay away from arginine. Arginine is like one of the main things that reactivates the herpes virus and brings it out. And foods that contain majority lysine amino acid will be the foods we majority consume, as arginine brings the virus out of remission and lysine suppresses the herpes virus, blocking the activity of arginine, which promotes HSV replication. That arginine is no good. That's the foods we're going to stay away from, and I'm going to give you a list of them. And the lysine is the foods that we're going to consume, because that's what fights herpes. And both these are amino acids. They basically like cell-based amino acids. Like they work cellular. So that's why, that goes hand in hand with the herpes virus, which hides in the cells behind the heavy metals. That being said, here's the list of foods to avoid that contains majority arginine. First on your list is nuts. All nuts, specifically peanuts, almonds, cashews, etc. All nuts. Just stay away from the nuts. They contain a large concentration of arginine. Chocolate. I'm very sorry to tell you about this, but yes, chocolate, dark chocolate, whatever chocolate, light chocolate. Stay away from chocolate. Chocolate contains a large amount of arginine. Seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds. They contain a large amount of arginine, and we need to stay away from them. Gelatin, your gelatin pudding, your gelatin jello, you have to stay away from the gelatin. It contains a majority of arginine amino acid. Wheat, your wheat bread, anything wheat, you have the wheat germ. You have to stay away from the wheat during this month of this diet. You have to stay away from it. Oats is another one. high concentration of arginine, very high. Now, I would like to give you some foods that contain majority lysine. Now, this is what we need to eat and need to consume. First on the list will be fish, specifically flounder. Flounder has the most lysine out of all of the fishes that you could get. I mean, you could bake it. Preferably, I would love for you to bake it, eat it healthy, bake it or grill it. That'd be great. If you have to, I know flounder tastes good fried too. If you have to do that, but try to stay away from that. We're trying to be on a low carb diet during this time. But also wild caught salmon. Wild caught salmon is great, but not the farm raised salmon. That this farm raised is a no go because that's like a GMO situation, and we don't need that. We need wild caught organic salmon that has a lot of lysine in it, which is good for you. Chicken and turkey, organic chicken and turkey, non-GMO. Lamb, organic lamb, grass-fed beef. Grass-fed beef is I prefer you not to have the beef, but if you have to have some beef, make sure it has to be grass-fed, no hormone-based beef. Make sure it's organic. But that contains a good amount of lysine in it, like the chicken, the turkey, the lamb, the beef, and contains a good amount of lysine in it. Cheese, Parmesan cheese contains the most lysine. So if you're going to go with the cheese, the other cheeses have lysine in it, but Parmesan cheese has the most lysine in it. And Parmesan cheese is very light, like it's one of the lighter cheeses, in reference to carbs. Bean sprouts, that's beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, black beans. You can have some beans. Cruciferous vegetables, particularly kale, spinach, and watercress. They contain the most lysine. We'll also have these 3 greens in a smoothie or juice blend that I will give to you, to drink every day. That will fight this herpes virus. Now, the best fruits that contain the most lysine are mangoes, apples, pear, apricots. Apricots has the most lysine in it of all the fruits. Berries also. You could berries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. Yes, they have a good amount of lysine in it. So yes, try to implement this in your diet. Now, if you eat yogurt, oh man, stack up on the yogurt. The yogurt does great. It contains a lot of lysine in it. You should, that's known. Everything that I'm telling you right now, you could fact check me from Google. Google will even tell you about all of these foods and the arginine, how it helps and it doesn't help herpes. So you can fact check me. There's no problem. I'm not telling you nothing that that's not facts. Now, I am getting ready to give you the supplements that you would need to take during this month span. And here are the supplements, which is vital in this diet to speed up the process of ridding you of this virus out of your body, out of your nervous cellular membrane, because it is hiding in your cells behind the heavy metals. That's why it's very essential to take food and herbs that remove heavy metals, as the virus is hiding behind the metals. Nowhere to hide if we get the metals out of the nervous cellular membrane. It has nowhere to hide. We get those heavy metals out the cells, and then we give these supplements, eat these foods, stay on a low carb diet, it'll be gone. I have a product in my store called Lymphatic Blood Cleanser. It's comprised of herbs that will remove the heavy metals and help cleanse the lymphatic system, which we are made of, and cleanse the blood also. As you know, the lymphatic blood system is the exhaust of all waste from the cells that make up our body chemistry, which is clogged up normally. This herbal mixture will help release the cellular waste, which exits through your lymph nodes. As this herpes virus is within the cells, hiding behind heavy metal, so this supplement will help get this virus parasite out of the cells as cellular waste through your lymph nodes. Basically, this is going to cleanse your cells through the lymphatic system. That's the way it's going to come out. Your lymphatic system, is basically the cells. The cells, they have waste too. Like we go to the bathroom and have waste. Your cells in your body, millions of organisms that have waste also, and that's usually clogged up in the body. Basically, what this particular supplement is going to do is going to cleanse that, and is going to get it out of all of your lymph nodes. That's your organs, your skin. It is going to get it out. It's going to smooth it out, and through the lymph nodes, through all your lymph nodes, is going to come out that way. It's a great supplement for the herpes virus. As you know, is a cellular disease hiding in your cells, behind the cell walls, in remission majority of the time, and we're going to flush it out with this particular supplement. This supplement is excellent. This supplement has worked for people. We have stories of people taking the supplement, following this, particularly taking this supplement, following this program, and they rid themselves of herpes. I also sell in my store. I sell that in my store, lymphatic blood cleanser, and I also have Candida Be Gone. This supplement will balance off your Candida in your intestines, major part of your immune system. Plus, it will eliminate parasites, fungus, and yeast. As I said, herpes acts as a parasite in our cellular nervous structure. This will also help get it out of there. Plus, with this particular supplement, it has herbs in there that fights herpes. Period. You can look that up once you go to my website, look the ingredients up, look it up on Google. It's going to tell you. Also, get vitamin C supplements. That's good. Vitamin C fights herpes. It also helps your immune system. You want to balance off your immune system and boost your immune system. Vitamin C supplements help. A good moringa powder fights herpes also. You could get a good moringa powder. Get a good one. You could put it in your drink. Put a little bit in your drink. Yeah, it don't have the greatest taste, but it's going to help you. If you can get your hands on that, that'd be great to go along with this particular diet. You should stay away from spirulina. Spirulina is rich in arginine, so you want to probably, if you want a spirulina, try to stay off of it for this particular month. And I know it's a great supplement. It has everything, great fungi supplement, but unfortunately, is rich in arginine, so that's not going to help the cause. Now, if you could join this month, do an intermittent fast diet, basically 3 times a week. If you could do intermittent fasting 3 times a week, it will accelerate the process. Like, eat every 18 hours, just drinking water, teas, natural fruit juices. Between that time, your body's cellular structure will go into, I might be saying this wrong, it is hard, autophagy. Our body goes into autophagy. Without eating for like 13 hours of fasting, autophagy will kick in. And basically what autophagy means is your cells will regenerate and eat the waste in bad cells in your body, which contains that herpes virus parasite. Remember, it's in your nervous cells. So by intermittent fasting, you're regenerating your cells. They're eating the waste, and they're eating the bad cells too. And in those cells, as you know, it will be that herpes virus. We get it out of here. That is so great. Intermittent fasting is great for herpes, patients. So people who have herpes, you can get it out of there within a month by doing that. If you could follow that, if you could do that. It's hard. I know fasting is hard for people, but it's going to help you get this nasty disease out of here. Please add olive oil with oregano essential oil. If you could put this in a drop, like a 2-ounce dropper, 1-ounce dropper bottle, and that bottle, or a small bottle. If you can't get a 2-ounce dropper bottle or 1-ounce dropper bottle, you could buy that from Amazon. You can get that out of Amazon, but it works best like that. But you could get another. If you don't have that, you could just get a small bottle. You're going to put 8 drops of the oregano oil in it, like a 1-ounce or 2-ounce bottle. 8 ounces, 8 drops of oregano oil, maybe 10 drops, 10 to 8 drops, and fill the rest up with the olive oil. Like I said, the best olive oil to get and oregano oil is Mediterranean. They have the best pure type of oil that will definitely help, and it has those benefits. There's antivirals that'll get to that herpes. Take that like twice a day. These are the best oils to fight herpes. Take a dropperful or a half teaspoonful twice a day. Now, for outbreaks, and you may have some outbreaks during this month span because the herpes is going to try to fight as it is getting out of your system. It's going to try to fight. You could use coconut oil with some essential oil oregano oil with essential oregano oil. You could put that And the coke, use the coconut oil as a carrier, because coconut oil is antiviral too. Coconut oil does good against herpes also, against outbreaks, and it kills the virus. But you can put that with a little bit of oregano oil. Put that, on the lesions that you may have, cold sores, genital. You could also use lemon balm oil. Lemon balm oil is great. You could use the best one that they have, the lemon balm oil, the best lemon balm oil that they have, it is called Melissa. You can find that in Amazon too. But Melissa is the best. It may be a little, pricey, but Melissa is the best. So you can put some of that Melissa on there, lemon balm oil on Melissa. It will definitely kill the virus immediately. You can also grind down lysine tablets, and I meant to put lysine tablets on there, but try to get your hands on some lysine tablets too. With the vitamin C. Lysine, that, like I said, lysine is the main thing that suppresses herpes. It goes heads up with herpes. You could grind down some lysine tablets, grind it down to a powder form, and then put it in some coconut oil, and then you could apply that to your outbreaks. It speeds up the healing process. As soon as you feel a flare up coming, it'll speed it up. And when it goes into its it'll clear it up probably within like 3 to 4 days. Usually, outbreak, it may be around for like 10 days sometime, right? This will speed that process up. And you may have some outbreaks. That means it's working. Yeah, that means this process is working. You know what I mean? Because it's irritating that herpes and it's getting it out of there. Now, guys, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but now sorry to break this to you all, but for this to work and rid yourself of the herpes, you have to, and I mean you have to, be on a low-carb diet. Trying to avoid sugar by all means. Herpes virus feeds off of sugar. Now, a keto diet can work for this because it is low in sugar. Just stay away from the arginine-based foods in that diet. This will not work if you are not on a low-carb, low-sugar diet. Herpes feeds off of sugar and carbs. Facts. We have to boost the immune system. We can't have this stuff in there because it's feeding off of that stuff. Now, here is the smoothie or juice you should drink daily, twice a day. If you have a juicer or a blender, you should drink daily, twice a day during this month. Get a blender or juicer. Try to use distilled water. The reason I say distilled water, because distilled water, it gets the heavy metals out your system also, and the calcifications and things of that sort. It gets all of that out of your system. The distilled water is good in reference to that. But try to use distilled water so you can help get those heavy metals out of your system also. First thing, it would be kale, spinach, and watercress. Those cruciferous vegetables that I was telling you about earlier, they contain the highest concentration of lysine. The kale, spinach, and watercress, like maybe a cupful of each. Now, this is another one, cilantro. Cilantro is very important here. First of all, is a good green that's very healthy for you, but what it does is it gets those heavy metals out. It's a great heavy metal cleanser. So if you put that cilantro in there too, you have to put that cilantro in there. I mean, for it to work, you have to put that cilantro in there with those other greens that I just mentioned to you. Now, to sweeten it up, you could throw in like a half an apple, which also has a high concentration of lysine. You could also throw in some apricots, mangoes. As I told you, apricots has the highest concentration of lysine. If you could get your hands on some apricots, that'd be great. But you could also throw that in there if you want. You can mix it up, but you could throw the apple in there because those particular greens are kind of bitter, so you want to kind of sweeten up that juice, or with something else that's high in lysine, like an apple or mangoes, apricots. All right, guys. Let me summarize this to fight herpes in a month's time if you stick to this program and diets. First, you will have to be on a low-carb diet, staying away from sugar for a month. Eat the foods that I highlighted with the majority lysine amino acid. And stay away from the foods high in arginine that I gave you. You got the list here. Implement that smoothie or juice twice a day. Implement that olive oil and oregano oil mixture twice a day. and take the supplements I highlighted. If anything, the lymphatic blood cleanser is your main one that you should take. I'm telling you, it works. That will really get the job done, especially if you are on a low carb diet eating lysine rich foods. I sell it on my website, which is highlighted below. Now, guys, you have nothing to lose here. If you follow this protocol for a month to get rid of this nasty virus parasite, you have nothing to lose, and you can get it out of your system naturally. We have nothing to lose. It's worth a try. They say they have no cure for it, right? It's worth a try, and I guarantee you, you will get some results from this. And you know what? If you follow this protocol to a T for a month, and it's still not there, you believe me, you're going to see super progress. You're going to see no more outbreaks, or it just may be gone. But if that doesn't work, you do it another month or do it another 2-3 weeks. But following this protocol will have it gone, because people have done this and it's worked for them. So I assure you that you need to go by this complete protocol, and you could get rid of herpes in a month's time, 3 weeks to 4 weeks. Then go see a doctor, get that test, and see what happens. But if you follow this protocol, stay diligent to it, take these supplements, stay away from those foods that I told you, eat the foods that I told you to do, be on a low carb diet, try to do some intermittent fasting at least 3 times a week. Your herpes will be gone naturally. I love you guys. I'm here on this earth to help heal my human beings, and I love my human beings. In God's name, hallelujah, and happy healing.